Hi, hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. How are you today? It's a beautiful Thursday morning over here. And how are you doing? How are you? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, let's start off on the right foot, right? So please take out time to like this broadcast in the course and share, invite someone onto the broadcast. But how are you doing? Please say something to me on the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. Mary Kimade, how are you doing? Good morning to you too. I hope your day is going just fine. Thank you for being on the broadcast. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Beautiful morning to you, Mama of all, dearest Mama. Thank you for being here. I'm sending big hugs to you, Mama. Osagbovo, good day to you. How are you doing today? Thank you for being on the broadcast, and it's good to have you here. It's good to have you watching me here too. Thank you for being here. So I am greeting everybody, especially this morning. I am coming out to say Mesere Abadie. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the broadcast. We will be going okay on the comment section. The link has been posted. If you would like to join the conversation, please do well to click on the link and you'll be right here with me. Mr. Christopher Columbus, good morning to you too, sir. Thank you for being on here and welcome to Newspaper Review. And to those that are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please take out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take out time to turn on your notification bell. Do what to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section on our broadcast. Please, thank you so very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to have you here. I am so excited and I intend to share that excitement to each and every one of you on the broadcast and to those watching the playback. Yes, you are thought of even from the beginning of the broadcast. How are you doing? I hope your day, you've had a good day. Thank you for coming here to watch our newspaper review. Do well to like this broadcast, do well to share and invite someone onto the broadcast. Do well to talk to people about Niger Watch. Thank you. And also do well to use the super thanks option just beneath this video. It has like a love and like a dollar sign in the love. Please engage us. It's very safe. Please let's engage and engage. Thank you very much. To my panelists, good morning to you, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are. Please, before you click on the link, take out time to like this broadcast and take out time to support us too. Yes, take out time to support us before you click on the link. Thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast, but I look forward to having each and every one of you so that we will talk and deliberate on matters arising in our nation. Welcome to the broadcast once again. Our first paper for today is going to be okay. So I need you guys to talk to me. How are you doing? I have this much people and just few persons that say something. So say hello, say hi, say something, but just say something. I'm here, but just say something to me, please. Let's have an engaging and a good time also on the broadcast. Yes, please. Thank you very much. I see comments dropping already. Thank you. By Maxwell. Good day to you, sir. Okay, let's see if we can read this. Uh, 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 Mr. Maxwell, you did so well. So what say he says, good morning, Sister Ima. Or Sis Ima, as he says. Uh Obongo, but I am not Obong. And then Mesere Wabadi Idioko, Ikan Idiok, everything I do okay. It says, my mom's village is close to Konekbene. Yes, I agree that I am your sister. Thank you and welcome, Mr. Vine Maxwell, to the broadcast. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Let's see what the papers are saying today. Yes, so we have this first. And the Minister for Water Resources has come out to say that to control this flood is going to take about 30 years to control the flood. And it's not a function of one government. It's not a function, yes, not a function of one government. It's a continuation. It has to be this project is going to be a continued project that would see every government turn into it. And they say that they've come out, they've set up a committee to come up with a master plan on how to deal with this, thoroughly in our nation. And guess what? It is going to take 3 years. It's going to take 3 years for them to come up with a master plan. So this is well, it's good that they are not even waiting for Buhari's 3 months. I mean, they've all it's good that they've agreed with us that it's sick to wait 3 years in a situation that is killing, or that is making people lose things and lose lives too. So they've come out to say it's going to take 3 years for that plan to come out, and that it's just going to be a case of shelter right now. It's going to be a case of shelter, and that Fashola went on ahead to say that it is not the place of the federal government to provide shelter, that there are funds that has been given to governors, to local government chairmen, over the years, that should be used right now, that the state should have more than enough. So the likes of Bayelsa states coming out to say federal government have not intervened, or has not stretched out its ends to help the people. I say that's not the place of the federal government. That it's about time that we begin to ask questions from our governors and the local government chairman. Yes, okay. That's the story on that. But then again, Lagos seems to be going ahead. So we'll be seeing demolitions, not just Lagos. We're seeing demolitions of buildings that is against, or that is part of the problem. What's with the stuttering? That is part of the problem with the flooding problem. And let's see how. So we should be expecting drastic change. You that has illegal structure. So everybody should just cooperate. See, I mean, please, people, just cooperate. There was a viral video yesterday at Lagos Island, or flood Lagos Island. I mean, that's one place that people secure their daily means of income, and that's also where people secure, I mean, millions daily also, and people's businesses stress. So that would not even be that would be quite a tragedy for people's goods, for people's words, businesses, money to just go down the drain like that. I hope that Lagos State, deals with this as fast as possible. If you're just joining, welcome to our newspaper review. I welcome you. Thank you for being here. Please take our time to like this broadcast. Thank you very much. We move to the next paper, and that's Nigerian Tribune. Terror alert, US okays non-emergency staff to leave Nigeria. Federal government talks tough. We won't be stampeded by travel adversary, and that's from Lai Mohammed. Says despite terrorist threat, country still safe. We will track party campaigns, and that's by INEC. Says 93 million voters tentative. Court orders federal government to return Kanu to Kenya and awards 500 million naira damages. Flood, 30 years of consistent investment needed to control MENAC. That's by federal government. Says it is state local government duty to provide temporary shelter for victims. Lagos to demolish buildings on drainage setbacks. CBS cites hoarding, counterfeiting as reasons for redesigning Naira. Rolls out new 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes December 15, 2022. Begins mop-up of 2.7 trillion Naira to tackle inflation. Suspends charges on cash deposits. EFCC to monitor process of withdrawal of old currency notes. Court restrains Kogi government from shutting down Dangote cement. Alleged 109 billion naira fraud. Federal government rearranged suspended Accountant General Ahmed Idris and others and his accomplice. No cause for alarm, WAEC management says as fire girds headquarters. Okay, what story are we picking up here? First, let's see. Okay, well, Nigerians were expecting to hear that some candidates certificates, got burnt in the inferno that sadly happened at the WAEC headquarters, Yaba, Sabo Yaba, yesterday. Yes, I think it was yesterday that incident happened, but they've come out to say that there is no cause for alarm regarding the fire that happened yesterday. I guess no major losses, but that was one fire that took hours before it was put off. I mean, such building. Ha. It took us. So what fate does a civilian or a basic or ordinary Nigerian has when his own properties is on fire and is calling on fire service? If the WAEC building could be on fire for not for years, for hours, I mean that still is a sad loss. And the suspended Accountant General was arraigned in court yesterday, and the case has been readjourned to 23rd of September, and he has been granted bail. I mean, his lawyer said, like every other person who is entitled to bail, that he should be granted bail. Because they're not lying on health grounds. They just say he should be granted. I mean, it is a civic right. So, he was granted bail this time around, but his passport and that of his accomplice were seized or were withheld by the court yesterday. And talking about Kano, good news or big news, the court again has delivered judgments in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. They has told federal government, has ordered federal government to take Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya. And he has also been awarded 500 million naira for damages. That's a win-win. So let's see how fast this release. I mean, as I'm expecting by this morning, media houses will be at where it's being held up to have like a live view of, because I mean a lot of Nigerians would want to see that. And let's see how that plays out, and let's see what the federal government will be using this time around. And we've talked about the flood and terrorizing us, and now the terror alert that was released a few days ago by the US and the UK, even when Lai Mohammed. When we talk about the problems of Nigeria, there is one big problem that we usually leave out. And I say that it is this man. I mean, with everything that he came out to say that it is clickbait, it is a lie, that Nigerians, are just running around, and that regardless, I mean, somebody is saying regardless of the terrorist threats, that Nigeria is still safe. Nigeria is still safe. That this time I've seen people buying bulletproof cars just to safeguard themselves. I mean, that's the least that's much that they can do in a time where police orderlies, where escorts are being killed because they're trying to safeguard people that are in bulletproof cars. I mean, this ones are even more secure than them safe. Well, it so happened that there was a fracas, or the DSS yesterday stormed an estate in Abuja yesterday night alongside some men who are alleged to be American soldiers. They stormed an estate in Abuja yesterday night to fish out a suspect. There was a terrorist alert, and the residents, they've been told not to give out information to the media. That's why it's hush hush. I mean, it's a high-profile operation that happened yesterday, and today, like Mohammed is still coming out to lie to the people of Nigeria. So I don't know if we should wake up in the morning and be checking the headline news of other countries, to get valid information. If our own Minister of Information is going to be cooking up such lies and be insensitive to the plight of Nigerians, and that happened yesterday. People have been told not to say anything about it, to keep it hush hush, so that they don't maybe jeopardize further investigations, or probably for security reasons. They've been told not to, but that happened yesterday. So you have an inflow of people leaving the country, of Americans, you could tell, leaving the country as we speak. Of course, they will not take such intel. They will not, just brush it aside as it is a norm over here. And it's really scary to know that is it that our government don't even get these intels, or they get the intels and they deliberately do not act upon it. I mean, if these people are getting intels far away in America, how much more the ones that are here? All right, that's as much as we have on Tribune. We'll be moving on to another paper. If you are just joining, I say welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Please take our time to like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. And also do also support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much. On Punch, we have 2023 Lagos, Kaduna, Rivers, Kano voters top INEC register, 2.7 million illegal registrants deleted, 23 23 registration officers under sanction. Looks like INEC are ready to write their name for posterity's sake. INEC to display register from November 12th to November 25th, 6 corporation. And just above the nameplate, we have flooding, experts warn of epidemic as cops floats. DSS arrest terror suspect, US vacates non-emergency staff. CBN plans Naira redesign to counter counterfeiting and kidnapping. EFCC rearranged suspended AGF over 109 billion naira fraud. Federal government announces preferred bidders for Abuja Lagos airports. Tears as BRT vehicle kills trader, apprentice, and laborer. NDLEA freezes 20 billion naira in socialites, 103 bank accounts. Okay, federal government, if you're interested in this story, please pick up a copy of the Punch on page 20. But the federal government has given out, has announced preferred bidders for the Abuja and Lagos airports, and even Kano airport. Kano airport also, four of the airports actually, but the one of Port Harcourt did not pass, the recommendations. Hopefully it will be, fixed, and everything that needs or that is needed to be in place, will be fixed, and it would join. But if you have been following the story and you want more of that, kindly do all. And then we have the story of the BRT yesterday. Sadly, the people in this area, they complained that most of the BRT vehicles in this area, they are not good, that they always encounter brake failure, and you see them dragging with the likes of the tricycle and other cars, because this is a problem that has become a norm in the society, or they know that this BRT buses, they are not good, and this is supposed to be maintained, managed by the government. So this is a terrible news. This should not even be happening with them. I mean, this should not be happening. Well, this BRT had a brake failure, rammed into a wall in Alakwere, K2 area, rammed into a wall, killed 3 people that were trying to cross the road. Also had, 3 people. One is a laborer, one is a trader, and one is an apprentice. These are people that are even known in the area. So these are probably people who left their house to go about their day's business, and life just happened to them, or Nigeria happened to them. I mean, these buses, and the fact that it is even known for the for such act. The BRT vehicle also rammed into another BRT vehicle that was, trying to pick up passengers at the bus stop. Now, this was a sad event. This was a sad event yesterday. And then NDLA freezing a socialized account, 20. Well, the man obviously is into drugs. And if you want more on this story, please pick up page 18 right here. And then we have this story on the INEC. INEC has sanctioned, or 23 registration officers has been held or have been handed over to the disciplinary committee for trying to register people illegally into the platform. And they are trying, they keep saying 1 point, okay, right now we have 2.7 so far illegal registrant that has been deleted. They keep trying to get those people off the system, and you have people inside the system, that are infiltrating and trying to tarnish their efforts and their image. And it's good that they are calling out those people, and I hope that they get to fish out more and more of these people. I mean, all ends has to be on deck. People are doing a lot, and Nigerians are seeing a lot in the last 7 years, much more than they've ever encountered. So everybody are looking forward to actually going out to vote. And talking about the voting, if you are yet to get your PVC, please take out time to go get your PVC. That's one of the most important. Okay, that's one of the most important, because actually going out to vote on that day is also very, very important. And talking about that, the Catholic Church, I think it is in another paper, has come out to say that they will be mobilizing their members the same way they uh Michael, I've read the news on here that TBS, NIPPs, and other 25 assets will be either sold or consensual, just to raise money for the budget. So let's see how this is playing out. They promised to be fair in the biddings. They promised to be fair, and the federal government promised to be fair in the transactions of selling off this federal asset or national assets. So we'll be seeing all of this review coming up. And that's why I say, if you're interested, for those into business that are interested, or Nigerians that are interested to know who these people that are about to own up about two American airlines or American owned companies. Okay, if you're interested, we'll be bringing the news as it goes. All right. So this Catholic church has come out to say that they will be organizing people on that day to go out and go vote. The same way churches gave out their space for registration and mobilize people for registration. They're also saying that they will be mobilizing people. They are not forcing them on who to vote, but they will see to it that people actually go out and exercise their civic responsibility. All right. What other story do we have here? If you're just joining, welcome to the broadcast, and thank you for being here. We've taken the DSS arrest terror. We've taken okay, I think we've taken as much as we have. We've taken as much as we have here on the bunch. And yeah, the picture story on here, Buhari has over $1.3 billion trade with South Korea. We know that the president his very recent visit is selling the country and assuring them that, trying to cajole them in a bid to cajole them to come to Nigeria and invest, and letting them know what is right. And one thing that caught my attention is him saying that COP 2025 that we would be operating on a 25,000 megawatts of electricity. And I'm like, you came into power in the whole 7 years so far. You promised Nigerians 5,000, and in this 5,000 we've had the most national grid collapse, and you're going somewhere else to say something that you. Okay, we'll move to the next newspaper review, and that would be The Sun. Yes, that's The Sun. Welcome if you're just joining in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Michael, I would try to get that information up here in a bit. I'll try to get that information up here. On Daily Sun, we have security agents raid Abuja estate. US asks nationals to leave Nigeria. Foreign missions take proactive measures. We won't be stampeded by US. That's from federal government. Step up battle at terrorist scams. Commander urges MNJTF. Kanu records another legal victory against federal government. Court orders government to return IPOB leader to Kenya and pay 500 million naira damages. Federal government unveils preferred bidders for Lagos, Abuja, and Kanu airports. Catholic Church will mobilize effectively for polls, says priest. For scarcity, we will increase pump price between 195 and 200 in Oyo and Osun states, and that's from Ipman. Flood destroyed properties. Flood destroy 80 billion naira transport infrastructure. CBN to unveil redesigned 200, 500, 1000 naira notes. Okay, now on this story, Nigerians are coming out to say, is this the appropriate time for this? Don't we have more pending, serious, or severe issues to tend to as a country instead of on what CBN has come out to clarify the or educate us some more by saying that ideally, we should be redesigning our currency every 5 to 8 years, but we have left ours unattended to for 20 years. Now, this is one of the reasons. Yeah, they also came out to say that this will help people that are stashing cash, that they have over two out of the 3.2 trillion naira in circulation, that 2.7 is being stashed. Now, these are people who are some say that for political reasons, they've stashed money that they will use for vote buying, or also looking at it to those people that are giving money to terrorist group, they will not be able to use this money. And the notice is so short because come December 15, the new naira will be in circulation, and come January 31st, 2023, they would stop taking old money. It will not be legal for transactions anymore. So they are saying people should start from December 15, please. From December 15, people should go into the banks and start, depositing the old currency that they have. And they said banks should not charge for bank deposits. Now, I mean, they say that banks should not charge bank deposit of people coming to deposit old currency, or what will soon be known as the old currency. That means we should expect people that should be coming to drop in big money, right? Oh dear. All right. Okay. But this is looks like it's for a good reason, so I think we should encourage it. But this is coming up very fast. From December 15, new money, new 200, 500, and 1000 naira notes would be out in circulation. And from January 31st, 2023, this is just a matter of months. So please, if you have old currency from January 31st, 2023, it would become illegal to use these currencies that are being used right now. So follow up on the news. Please don't get carried away. Please don't get carried away is the word. Do well to change this money so you don't get arrested for transacting business. I know we are very used to this one, but let's do well to remember that this news. Okay, I'm trying to get the companies that the federal government has approved, or okay, they say concessed as giving concession to for this national assets that they are giving out. All right, we have here, according the preferred bidder for the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, is Corporation American Airports Consortium, while ENL Consortium has also been selected as the reserve bidder for NAIA. That's one. And then the preferred bidder for Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, is Tabernacle Project Planet Limited. This one is right here with us. And the one for Malam Aminu Kano International Airport is still the same Corporation American Airport Consortium. These are the three companies so far. The fourth one, which is the International Airport at Rivers, it is said that it doesn't meet up to the requirement, but they are hoping to join it very soon. Now, that's about it for our newspaper. Let's be sure that we have collected all the, and to those staying in Abuja, of course, there's intense tension in Abuja. People have gone to withdraw their school, their kids from schools, and schools are closing up. People are, oh dear, and the fact that the government will not be truthful to us. This is the terrifying part all of this insecurity ravaging the country. Good day to each and every one of you, my amazing panelists. Welcome to the broadcast. How are you doing, Brother Nice?
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, Miss Ima. Please, don't you guys don't should not mind my voice. I have some cold, so it's cold right here. Yeah, I hope you are hearing what I'm saying, Miss Ima.
Loud and clear, Brother
Hello?
Nice. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and I hope you patch yourself off as you've come to the season.
Yeah, yeah. I'm making preparation for that. Yeah. Hello. I should make my submission, right?
Yes, but even just before you make your submission, so there's something I forgot to even share with you. Benue killings, Autumn Films, Sports Atiku demands public apology from ex-VP as condition for state as condition for state votes. Now, times like this, when I see things like this, I say, "Ha, Atiku, you have started again." Like, if there is one person I am so sure is going to be, if there's one person I'm so sure that is unapologetically going to be president of the Fulanis, it is Atiku. He doesn't even hide it when it comes to them and it comes to Nigeria. He treats us differently. He treats the issue differently. So while he was addressing the Arewa youth, Atiku went on to say that Governor Otom told him that the people of Benue State are stealing his own cows, and that he's profiling the people. Is the one calling them the Fulani. Is the one calling them the Fulani as the X-Men. Is profiling them. And Atiku, Otom has come out to, that when that publication was sent to him, he reached out to Atiku via WhatsApp, and Atiku apologized for that. And he's saying that no, that you don't undress an old man in public, and then you try to dress him up in private. That Atiku has to come and apologize publicly and say the true statement. I want to read this word for word. I want to read this word for word to each and every one of you. So, Brother Nice, please put your mic on mute for just 1 minute. I'll come back to you. Thank you. Benue State Governor Samuel Otom has called on the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to retract and tender public apology for his comments against him and Benue people over killings in Gbeju, Ukum local government area by suspected herdsmen. He also expressed disappointment at alleged lies against him by Atiku that he profiled Fulani herdsmen while claiming that Benue people have been stealing cows from his farm. Governor Tom Governor Tom spoke to Makode, spoke in Makode yesterday when youths comprising from Boko, Beruko, and Taka local government area held solidarity march to his office. So some of the some of the youths stormed his office when they heard such allegations that their governor went on to. So this has caused disability in the. I mean, and Otom is saying this a lie. So why would Atiku, a presidential candidate, be lying on a sitting governor, or even be lying for any reason, just to please the people or just to please the Fulani people? This has truly angered Otom, as he has come out to say sternly that Atiku cannot be apologizing to him in private, but in public he's refusing to come out to do the needful. But Otom, who pledged to remain a servant of the people, told Atiku to tender a public apology to the Benue people if he wanted the support and votes of Benue people. And in his words, he says, "I vehemently condemn the statement against me by Atiku. When he got to me, I protested to him through a WhatsApp chat, and he apologized to me. But I told him that message did not go down well with my people, and he should make it public. He declined to make a public apology. So Atiku told him oh that he wasn't going to make a public apology. I mean, the brazen, and we are going to say that Wike is chewing much. Wike is biting much more than he can chew. I mean, if Atiku will be playing people like this, you can't be. You can't choose to be God to people. And let's continue. Let's continue. Governor Otam goes on to say, you cannot undress an elder like me in public and come back to dress me in the room. I told him it was wrong. Let it be on record that at no point did I tell him that some of my brothers, the Benue people, were stealing my cows. He lied against me, and I take exception to this and demand an apology. It is unbecoming of a presidential candidate to be telling lies. I mean, this just goes on to say that they know that this is a thing for Atiku to be telling lies, and he is coming out and is calling his bluff on this. And we know that Otom has given his support over time to Atiku, regardless of the relationship he has with Wike. He has been outspoken. The people we are even saying you have to stay one place, you cannot be here or there. But this has really pushed that. If Atiku actually said this to the Arewa youth at the just concluded gathering, then Atiku truly has done it again. Atiku has, and I hope the Nigerians can see this, that we cannot afford another president of the Fulanis and still be the same president of Nigeria. This is not one person. This is not. It is far from being a unifier. It is very far from being a unifier, and I don't know why the entire media is not calling him out on this right now. This should be the case. You cannot. I mean, what you did just a couple of days or weeks back, we are yet to even let that go. And then there is this of lying against a governor. Even if you are not lying against the governor, if the governor had even confided these things to you, should you say it, knowing that it was spite or bigger spite between him and his people, and you want to be the president of Nigeria? Otam goes on to say, I never also profiled Fulani as a whole and did not say all of them are bad. They are my friends. They can even go into my bedroom. I have never sent any Fulani man away, but I am against the Fulani terrorists coming from Niger, Chad, Senegal, and Mali. They are killing our people, and I cannot keep quiet. Otam goes on to say he must do a retraction. If he does not, on the day of election, we will vote according to the election. And I feel Otom's sentiment. I feel him on this one, and I think a public apology is not enough. A public apology is not enough. When a man has shown you who he is, let us take it. Let us stop giving this man excuses. Well, this is my own submission, but Anais, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ima. You have spoken well. First of all, greetings to the Niger Watch family, those in the comment section and those in the platform. Please, you guys should not mind my voice. I just have some cold, So, let me just start from your submission right now. This man has been a betrayer right from time. This Atiku. You remember Deborah's case? You understand? He did the same thing too. For that tweet that he retreated. That one is a first example. Then this one you are just deliberating on now. This is the second sign. Those are red flags. You understand? So Nigeria should get that right. A man that is doing those kind of things, those are red flags. This is the thing that they're supposed to sense when Buhari was coming. Buhari were giving Nigeria a lot of red flag. When to Nigeria that he would take them from up to bottom. Those are red flags. You understand? So I will not say much about that. This one, I just want to point it out for Nigerians to understand that you should choose and vote rightly. You understand? If you made a mistake with all these red flags that you guys are seeing, and you made a mistake to vote the same person, you're on your own. That is what I would just say about Atiku. And this news that you just read today, the only good news that I've seen is this redesigning Naira. It's just the only good news that I've seen. Yeah, I want. It's just that the only thing that I'm not comfortable with is just the timing. The timing is wrong. We have a lot of issue in Nigeria right now. So why are you now coming out right now to tell us that this is the time you want to redesign Naira when we have a lot of issue at hand? Election is just nearby. Election is coming. Flooding all over Nigeria. You know, there's a lot of issues. Kidnapping, insecurity, all around. Then is this time now you want to tell us that you want to redesign this Naira when there was a lot of times, a time that you were supposed to do it, or maybe after this, when Nigeria has, we have a new administrative, then you will be talking about this. But the timing is just wrong. That is my issue with this. If not, it's just the only good news that I've heard from this submission today, you know, because I want them to really redesign this Naira so that that money that all these kidnappers collect from these people, that money will be useless. That is just what I see. You understand? So that is for that. I don't know which others submission, because you spoke about a lot of them. You know, some of them I could not know.
Like Mohammed now, yesterday, like Mohammed said that US and UK terror alert, that's it's a lie, it's not true, it's just clickbait, it's false information. But last night, the DSS, alongside with some alleged military American soldiers, were in Abuja. There was an operation in an estate in Abuja where a man was arrested, and they said they found like guns. They had some, but because this is unconfirmed, I'm not bothering to bring it on here until it is confirmed. And this is a hush hush. I mean, for the American military to be on here and nobody knows about it, just to tell you how much of a big deal it is. And this morning since yesterday we've had viral pictures and videos of American citizens leaving the country. But like
Yeah,
Mohammed, our official of information is telling us that Nigeria is safe, and it is not true.
yeah. That you don't you see his name? Eh? His name represents who he is. You understand? So anytime that I always talked about this man, that man is a big problem. That man and Buhari, they are the most difficult person in this administration of Buhari. They are the most deceived person so far. The president and this Lai Mohammed, they are a problem to us. So this the only thing, all the American citizens, British citizens, all the foreigner that is in Nigeria, if they know what is good for them, all of them should start leaving Nigeria right now. Because this government that is there is artificial. It's not going to protect them if this terrorist attack starts. They are not going to, this government is not going to protect them. This government is a government that is very clueless. They don't take anything serious. They cannot protect their own citizen. How much more a foreign citizen? So I call all the old cities, all the foreign citizens that is in Nigeria, if they know what is good for them, if they don't want to die in Nigeria, they should start leaving that country right now. You understand? Because when this problem will start, no government they will turn to, because we don't have government in that country. They see what Lai Mohammed is just saying now, that nothing is going to happen. So nothing they take serious. This Fulani, the people that is there, they don't take anything serious. I can recall when this America give this kind of alert, terrorist alert to Nigerian government, that they told them that there are some ISS that is coming from the Middle East. They are coming to establish this terrorist this thing in Nigeria. This same Lai Mohammed is the one that come out and play it down. He said is a fake alert, that is not sure, that Nigeria should not be panicked. And after that alert, it don't even take almost about 1 month. Then these terrorists, they seize many states in the northern part of Nigeria. You understand? They established their caliphate and their Islamic distinct caliphate in the northern part of Nigeria. And this Lai Mohammed could not come out again and tell us that what America told them is true. We did not hear any news from him. Now, another alert is coming out now. They are telling Nigeria that look at what is going to happen again. Like Mohammed came out again to downplay that alert, telling Nigerians that nothing like that is going to happen. I call that Lai Mohammed. If he said Nigeria is safe, that all these alerts that we are hearing from like America, that is not true. He should just travel from Abuja to Kaduna or to Kano by road. Let it stream that is voyage, that is travel. He should stream it live. Let us be watching that is traveling. Then if he will get there safe, then there we will believe in that Nigeria is safe. He should travel from Kaduna to Jos by road without no security. If he gets to his destination and he's not being abducted by terrorists, then we will know that Nigeria is safe. He will not sit. He should not sit on his comfort in his hidden place with his security.
If you see Lai Mohammed at the airport, you think it is the president that is in town.
Okay.
If you see Lai, and be all thanks to his height, you have to like stretch to really see who all these people are following like this. Well, I don't know if it's just in Nigeria that he carries himself that heavily. Oh my all right, but guys, let's move on to some other person. This is really insane. All right, thank you very much. Move to some other person. But before we do, just after this broadcast, we'll be bringing up another broadcast and we'll be talking squarely about this articles. Okay, we're talking about Atiku, we're talking about Governor Baseki, we're talking about Governor Tom, we're talking about this issue, and I mean, we need to create so much awareness. Nigerians cannot afford to have somebody who is ready to turn the whole of Nigeria upside down just to satisfy the Fulanis. I mean, we are supposed to be one, right? So how is it that every time you have an opportunity to stand in as a unifier that Nigerians need right now, you always like, you don't even give a two about us. You don't care. You don't care. You completely do not care how we feel. My dear country people, we cannot afford to allow this man in. He has shown us, I mean, I do not tell him to do these things. I do not have a personal vendetta, but we just can't allow somebody like this to be in our space. Do well to join us. Let's talk about this thing squarely just after this broadcast. Thank you very much. Please like this broadcast as we go. Mr. Vine Maxwell, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Please just take it away with yourself.
Thank you so much, Sister Ma. Good morning to you and good morning to my co-panelists. Good morning to our listeners all over the world and those in the comment section. I am happy to be here this morning. You see, as long as people like Atiku Abubakar remains in Nigeria and in the corridors of power, heavyweight in political, in the political system in Nigeria, Nigeria will never be one. Nigeria will never be one. It might surprise you that people like this are making such comments, such inflammatory comments, about Nigeria. How can a man that wants to be your president, that is soliciting for your votes, come out and be making such, comments? This man, when Deborah was, senselessly and brutally slaughtered, murdered, for a crime I have never heard of. I don't even know 10 countries can, allow such thing to happen. Nigeria is not an Islamic nation, a country, because Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is not an Islamic country. But because of some people that feel that they own Nigeria and they can control whatever that goes on in Nigeria, they can control your statement, they can control your religion, they can control everything about you. Killed that lady, and a man, a presidential candidate, tweeted, against that barbaric act. Or later on, with some heavy pressure from his people, this man removed the tweet. What does that tell you? There are people that feel that they control the country. And you see it in their utterances everywhere you go. It is there. Look at what this man says. Immediately, Autumn has never said that, yes, look, let me tell you, for me, I have a different perspective because I was in the system before. An accomplice and the actual, a suspect of that crime are all together. They are all working together. How did these foreign Fulanis enter into Nigeria? Who brought them? Who harbors them? Who keep them? Who keep their arms for them? Do you think that Emma, a foreign, let's say a Cameroonian, let's say we share border with the Cameroonians. A Cameroonian will come into your own space that you don't know, that doesn't know you, and you'll harbor that person in your place. Who harbors these people that come into the country to perpetrate this evil, this heinous crime against Nigerian people on their own ancestral land? Who brought them in? How do they manage to settle down? If not in connivance of the people that they have the same culture and the same tradition with? That is why I said there is what we call the Bororos Fulanis, house Fulanis, and the militia ones, who are encouraging, who act as a mediator with these people before they come in. Where do they stay? These foreigners that come, these are the questions you people supposed to ask. Yes, when a child cries in the night, and when a bird cries in the night and a child dies in the morning, who are you going to blame? Who give these people? These are the vital questions you're supposed to ask in that country. How do they come in? Who are the ones that are giving them the leverage? Who are the ones that are keeping them, to perpetuate this evil? Are they spirit? Were they in Niger, in Chad, in Mauritania, wherever they come from, to study Nigeria and know where they will land and how they operate? People lead them. Who are these people that are leading them? That is where, when you speak about the atrocities of these armed herdsmen, you cannot just rule away. For me, this is my own opinion. I cannot just, wash away the Bororos, the Fulanis themselves. There's one we consider house Fulanis and the peaceful ones. That is my position in that one. The United States, security alert. As we speak today, it is obvious. I was trying to, to verify the news very well. They have stopped, some of their services they render to Nigerians, and they are evacuating non-essential personnel in their embassies. That is to tell you how serious it is. To tell you how serious it is, in my own perspective, the news you read out now, it might be true because Americans did it before when they stormed, Zambisa forest and extricated their own nationals out of the dens of the terrorists. If they have done it in Abuja today, I won't be surprised, because Nigeria don't exempt Nigeria from all these things and the security. They know what is going on. They have the intelligence. They know when and how to operate, but they have just refused to operate. Whatever you see them do today is act of duress, pressure from other, diplomatic corps that are pressuring them to do what they're supposed to do. That is why you see them. How can you live in Abuja, the maximum, one of the most secured prison, was attacked. Terrorists were released. A school within the suburb of Abuja was attacked. People were kidnapped. And what do they call it? The governor of Niger State in the past told the whole world that this ISWAP, the terrorists, are 30 kilometers away from Abuja. What other information and intelligence do you want to know? Do you want to hear from people? Yet, these people will tell you, they will take it with absolute levity. That is to tell you that they know what is going on. They have all this information, but they have refused to act. I do not know on whose interest these people are acting upon. I told you before here, I think, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Nigerians, you are on your own. If there is any way you can devise means to secure yourself, my brothers and sisters in Nigeria, wherever you are, please secure yourself, because the government you've elected can no longer secure you. They can't secure you. Just imagine, we were here. Your president came to Ghana and told us that he's going to help us to fight corruption. I don't even know. When you just go and check the corruption index of Ghana and Nigeria, then that alone can even tell you, where we are here in Ghana. Although things are not also good, our own people there, our own president there is also messing up in this country as well. These are some of the things that you're supposed to know by yourself. By now, Nigerians should understand that you've elected a government that has some kind of, let me say, a different thinking, a different, intention about the people of Nigeria. Live in peace with terrorists. Even if they kill you, there is no problem. Live in peace with them. When they commit their havoc, when they wreak havoc on Nigerians, the only thing the president would tell you is condolence messages. Oh, I never knew. I asked the IGP to do this. The IGP didn't do that, and there is no consequences. You live in a country where there are no consequences. Everything is fire on. As long as you are within the corridors or the sponsorship or the presidency or the cabals, you are free to do anything in Nigeria. Nobody, they will not hold you accountable. Take, for instance, 101 terrorists that have terrorized that country, killed and displaced a lot of people in that country, rape, kidnapped, collect ransom, and so on and so forth, have been released today without no prosecution. But when you, from the south, agitate or carry placard and go to the street, a shoot at sight order is given to kill you instanta. And you say that Nigeria is one. Nigeria is not one. When you treat others differently and you treat others differently, that country is not one. You are running in parallel line. You can never, no matter how you treat them. Look at the utterances of Maradi. Look at what. Yes, ma'am.
We need to round up. We have another broadcast that will be talking squarely about this just after this, and you'll have plenty of time there. This one is time, there's a limit, so we have to move.
All right, thank you so much. The only thing I just have to round up, let me just round up by this. You see, Nigerians, please, whatever you are going to do, the government that you've elected is not ready to secure you. So you have to devise your own means to secure yourself. That is the only thing I have to tell you. It is bad and it is going to get worse. These people are ready to do every day, are everywhere. With the little information we have, they are everywhere. You might not know them. Like I told you, they don't have a strategy. They might be with you as we speak right now, but you don't know them. They are just waiting to strike. And that is what the American has seen, and they are removing their own people. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Very Maxwell. Do not forget, we have another broadcast coming up right after this one where we will talk on these issues extensively. Right now, we are limited to time. So do well to join us right after this broadcast. Do well to turn on your notification bell. Mr. Goodman, how are you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sema.
All right.
Go on.
No, go ahead with your submission, sir.
All right, thank you. So my one take on Atiku's case. You see, we are just narrowing down this thing to Atiku. It's not Atiku. It's about them generally, about the Fulanis. This is what they do. These people have already restructured Nigeria. They've restructured Nigeria in a way that you cannot be a president of Nigeria without them, without involving them. That's why I see all these presidential candidates are going there to meet them. They will dress like they will dress Tobani, go there to meet them. That's why they restructure Nigeria. When a Fulani man wants to pick his VP, he has two options, either from the west or from the east. But a Yoruba man cannot pick somebody from the east. An Eastern man cannot pick somebody from the west. They only have one option from the north. They already structure Nigeria. That's why they can beat their chest and do anything. They can come to the east and say, give me a list of of VP, they will choose. If you don't give them a list, they can go to the West. But a man from the East, like Peter, when Peter was looking for his fight, he only focus on the North. And he's going there as if he's begging them to give him somebody. It's something with Tinubu. He went there to beg for somebody. But they will give me a list, so I will choose from. They will restructure Nigeria. That's why they can come out and say anything they like. Nothing will happen. Because at the end of the day, even if Obi wins, Tinubu wins, after 8 years, they're going to come back again to rule. That's why. That's the problem. So it's not about Atiku. These people, they have an agenda. Until Nigerians begin to wake up to see these things. I'm sorry to say, but Nnamdi Kanu said this thing right from 2015. Say these people, they have an agenda. They are coming. Now everybody take it for granted. Everybody say, bring this man, let's kill him. We want to cause trouble in Nigeria. But everything he said is happening to us now. And unfortunately for us, the only person these people are afraid of in Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they are holding him. Yet they are still afraid of him. Because to them, they've not seen this kind of person from the South before, that they cannot bribe. They cannot bribe. Yet it's their custody. They cannot do anything. That's why they are asking Obi, can you promise us that you can stop this Biafra agitation if you come to power? This is the only man they scare. And we from the South, we are taking this man for granted. This is the only person people are scared. They have an agenda. The high time we begin to wake up to this reality, the better for us. If we think it's about Atiku, it's not about Atiku. It's about all of them. They have this thing. That's my take on that one. For the Naira, for the currency one, is that their priority? Nigerians always misplace priority. They're changing the currency. Look at the rate of pounds today now. Pounds is 870. 1 pound is 870 naira to 1 pound today. They are thinking of changing the currency. These are just these are jokers. They say about the kidnap. What more? How much are the kidnappers taking compared to their looting? Are they going to change those looting? They loot Nigerian money. Changing the currency is going to stop their looting. Are they going to stop them from taking the money? This is just Nigeria is just a joke. These people have ruined this. They've completely bastardized Nigeria. I don't know where we're going to start from. They've taken us back to like 50 years back. This is their lifestyle. These people, they are not into development. They don't care about development. They don't care about innovation. So this is what they don't care if Nigeria is going back. They don't care because this is their lifestyle. These are people that live in the bush. Forget now they come and wear agbada and stay as a president. They are people that live in the forest. They don't care. They've taken us back, and I don't know if anybody can fix this country again. Me, I'm just scared because I don't know if we can get it right. And this thing, Afghanistan template. I keep saying this to everybody. Afghanistan, look, something have God use people example just to show you something. We all witness what happened in Afghanistan. We cannot close our eye to this thing. This is what is playing up in Nigeria. These terrorists, they say it's not happening. These people know these terrorists are in Nigeria. They know they are there. They know they are coming. This is Afghanistan template. You are saying the government is part of these terrorists. One day you will hear that Buhari has disappeared. The terrorists have taken over Asurok. They'll say, oh, Buhari has run, like the way Afghanistan president run. Say Buhari has run, they've chased him out. Then what will you do next? They've taken over the government. We should open our eyes. We should really, really open our eyes. Everybody should be ready. Just equip yourself and ready for anything that will come. Because what will happen now, this 2023 election, if they know they are not going to win this election, I'm telling you, they are going to cause crisis. Just everybody should just take this my word. If these people know that this election they are going to lose it, they are going to unleash their terrorists on that country. And we should take note, because Buhari said it the last time during Jonathan time. If he doesn't win that election that time, both Babu or what he said they are going to unleash mayhem in Nigeria. And they're going to do it this time. We should be careful. I'm scared of these people. These people don't believe in one Nigeria. It's we from the South. I don't know, we are from the South. I don't know what is wrong with us. What is wrong with our brain? We keep saying one Nigeria. But these people don't even believe in one Nigeria. But we want to die in one Nigeria. The day we from the South wake up and say, you know what? Let's divide this country. I'm telling you, these people will come to their knees. I'm telling you, if it's war, let's fight this thing once. Let's do this once and for all. So we'll sort this thing out. Emma, that's my take. I'm just annoyed. Nigeria is, I don't know what to say.
All right, Mr. Goodman.
We are talking of currency. Flood. People are dying of flood. But they want to change currency. Is that their priority? This is a country.
All right, Mr. Goodman. I hope you take our time to cool off, but thank you for coming on to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. If you are just joining in, this is our newspaper review, and I am Ima. Thank you for being here. Please take our time to like this broadcast, take our time to share and invite someone onto the broadcast, and do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Take our time to support us, please. Thank you very much. Mr. Pansa, how are you doing, sir? Good to have you on the broadcast.
A good day. I'm doing very, very well. And I'm greeting everybody else on the panel and those in the chats. How are you today, Emma? You look wonderful. Cosmopolitan as always.
Mr. Pansa, I'm well, thank you.
Thank you very much. And I did hear Mr. Maxwell's submission and that of Mr. Goodman. And they were on point. But let me cheer them all by saying there has been movement in the positive direction in our country. Unfortunately, Britain doesn't want to give us a break. Obviously, what are we complaining about? Is it this unsophisticated, as far as technology is concerned, people in the North? Let's use a generic term, the North. That's not who's holding us down. They can't. Whatever we're suffering in Nigeria today is the same thing many African countries, such as Congo, and those who are blessed with natural resources, are suffering. But you know, the one good news, one thing I've noticed, and I've been saying this in the last few months at least, let's say a year, I noticed a change in our country whereby, quote unquote, Northerners, it's not a monolith. It's not a, what do you call it? It's subdivided now. You have those who are not as patriotic as they should be in this country. Maybe they have relatives in Niger and Chad, and they're coming in here or bringing people in and disturbing us, retarding our growth. So those people have been isolated a little bit because before, let me just tell you, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, when the court rules that Nnamdi Kanu is being held illegally and he should be freed, there could have been riots in the North, the quote unquote North. There'll be killings, there'll be all kinds of disturbances. But today, Nigerians really don't find that absurd. They believe that generally that the courts should make this decision. And that goes the entire place. Now, are there vestiges of troublemakers here and there? Yes. But we're no longer that same country. So that is a huge paradigm shift. Now, obviously the entropy, disorder, disorganization in Nigeria is being, the rate is too vast, too fast. Our economy, our people are not able to eat properly now. Prices are skyrocketing. There's no sense of purpose. You know, the government we have with the APC is an enemy. We have enemies in that government, enemies of state. So when they're printing currency, in essence, they're trying to redesign the currency. You know that is not the most how do you say that? It's not the most pressing issue that we have. It's fraud. The best way to do fraud is to do that currency exchange. Unfortunately, this president now, I don't want to insult the president because I want to do it face to face with him or something. This is not my platform. I don't want to stay here and actually tell you what kind of creature we have as president and the sort of cabal he has assembled together. I don't want to do it on your platform. So let me just hold my peace on that. But let's just collectively try to get rid of this administration, elect a government of the people. So in conclusion, let me just say, it's not the Fulanese. These people, they hold no patents. They win no Nobel Prizes, right? There's no need making them 10 foot tall. What we need is to get the attention of the United States to know that Britain is neo-colonizing us with these guys, and that we're not gonna take it anymore. It's just not fair. We have to take that country back, try to rebuild, because we can. We're blessed with great people, great culture, great tribes. All our tribes put together is great. The parts are greater than the whole, Nigeria. So we're gonna have to put the onus on Britain, because that's our entire problem is on that. Without Britain, we're gonna be doing fine, because you look at the shenanigans they play with Nnamdi Kanu, and they had him because they don't have the legal sitting to hold him in Britain. They somehow shared intelligence and had him go to Kenya, and they did that. Even the first time, he was mysteriously found in a hotel. So it's Britain who's causing our problems. They are not democratic. They've never been democratic. They've never elected a head of state in their entire existence. Never. And they refer to their citizens as subjects. And they're playing games with this prime minister issue. But what do they have? They have a monarchy. They have a king. There is no difference between Iran and Britain. But due to racism, Americans will not want to destroy that evil empire they have in Britain because they're white, right? So the only difference between, let me just say there's one difference at least. The Ayatollah is elected. All right. But the British, they have a bloody monarchy that has been plaguing on Africans and so many other people up to today. Up to today. Buhari goes over there for treatment. He comes back. He wipes out 1,000 Shias in Zaria. And then next month he goes back there for treatment. They don't say, hey, dude, stop killing people. Stop doing this. They don't admonish him. He's their best bud, and they just keep quiet like we're stupid. We're not stupid. It's not the Fulanese. It's not the Fulanese. And it's Britain. That's who it is. We have to emancipate ourselves from the clause, and we're going to have to do it this time. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Panson, and thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment and your submissions to my amazing panelists. I salute each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Do not forget that we'll have another broadcast talking about talking about it. Yes, we all should be talking about it. Why should we have a presidential candidate who people have come out over time to call him or portray him as a liar? And why should we have a presidential candidate at this point? The elections is next year. At this point, who, when he has an opportunity to speak in favor of Nigeria, he just speaks. It just has a way of selflessly. It takes his time. I mean, even if Governor Otom said all of these things to him in confidence, should he come out and say it, knowing that it could bring divide in that state? This is unbelievable for a man of your caliber, your level, and you want to be the president of a very delicate country right now. Oga, please, please. It is your time that we say God forbid. So, if you're just joining, welcome. I'm so sorry we are rounding up already. I'm so sorry, Brother Nice. Please, you have just a minute to give us your final submission.
Yeah, thank you once again, Miss Ima, for the broadcast and for the opportunity. I will tell what the federal government, this sanction that they give to, this sanction the court gave to federal government is telling them that the extradition they did with Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. That is why he sanctioned them and tell them that they should take Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya, where they took him from. They should take him back to there and follow the right procedure. That is how they're supposed to do things. Do things according to the constitution and do things according to the international law. Don't be kidnapping people illegally. Because this Fulani government, they don't understand all those things. They don't follow the rule of law. That is just the truth. That is why this court, they sanction them for that. And if they know what is good for them, they should keep to that decision of that court. Thank you so very much.
All right, thank you. My brother, you said the truth though. Mommy Diaspora says, my beautiful darling at Ima. Thank you very much, Mommy Dearest. She says the man is desperate, talking about desperation. Now, we have foreigners that are kidnapping Nigerians in Nigeria. We have we have foreigners, we have Nigerians that are kidnapping Nigerians. Now, government still kidnapping Nigerians. We really need mighty help. We really need to be helped real quick. We need a savior real quick, and we all have to come together and see to it that we produce a savior for ourselves. Else, these people will finish us. Mr. Goldman, please give your submission in 1 minute.
All right, thank you. Okay, my submission is we should not be surprised on what Atiku just said, because that's what they feed on. They feed on conflict, they feed on division, they feed on crisis. So you just want to cause division in Benue State between the governor and his people. So all those things should not take his word so seriously. We should not believe him in any way, because that's what they feed on. They feed where there's crisis. That's where they surface. That's them. That's my take. So we just ignore that man. It's just a fool. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Goodman, thank you for your submission. Tunanja says, hi Tunanja, how you doing, sir? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Tunanja says, I cannot believe Nigeria does not have the power of renditions citizens from foreign territories. I think Tunanja, what you'll be talking about is the process. I think that's what the process. Did they initiate? Did they talk to the Kenya, or did they sneak in to even do this? The process is what we should be talking about. All right, Mr. Van Maxwell, please, your submission in 1 minute.
Thank you so much, Emma. I would disagree with Tunija. Nigeria has no right to kidnap anybody from outside. There are due processes that you can follow to bring back someone who you consider a fugitive. And when you look at the whole scenario that has happened in Nigeria, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be jailed in Nigeria. If the Nigerian government, federal government, has a good legal attorney, like who in the position of Malami, they will not be making this blunder. It is a shame that Nigerians will be supporting evil. Look at what is going on. This man has been arrested. All the courts had destroyed all the evidences, all the charges, fraudulent charges they level against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Yet they are still holding him. And Nigerians are not talking. NBA is not talking. NJC is not talking. None of them, as if they juju them. Not be juju be that. Everybody is keeping quiet while atrocities is going on, being meted out on an individual that whose crime is just, I want to be free, I don't want to belong to this country. Is it by force to remain in one Nigeria? What has one Nigeria benefited to most of you? Electricity you don't have, water you don't have, flood is killing people, ravaging people anyhow. Dead bodies are coming out, exhumed by flood. And we sit here, we clap for this government and tell you that they have power for rendition. Who gave them power for rendition? Why didn't they rendition Omar Diko in Nigeria, to Niger? Why didn't they? Why did they fail? Why were they prosecuted in UK? Why are we coming out here to make excuses and support evil in that country? Look, I will round up by saying, if you see evil and condone it, evil will lay in your doorstep like a sheep. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Van Maxwell. Mr. Pansat, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. And just in case one Niger is say, well, he's not on the panel. Okay, you answered him properly, which was the process is the problem. Okay, if they went over there had a hearing, and it was determined that Nnamdi Kanu should be brought to Nigeria, fine. That's the proper way to do it. So the courts have spoken, and no need to go further into that. But let me say that this administration is an enemy. There's no way you could have the type of entropy, the kind of decay, the kind of failure without it being deliberate. Come on. It's impossible. Even if an ant is your president, nobody can fail like that unless they are deliberately doing it. when it comes to security in this country, in Nigeria, and the country has worsened. Rampaging herdsmen all over the place, attacking innocent and harmless Nigerians, unabated, sacking communities. There's so many people in IDP camps. It's unbelievable. It doesn't even make the news. It's not a big deal. Do you know how many of our fellow citizens, kids, women, are in IDP camps? I mean, it's outrageous. Somebody that provocation alone can make somebody go to war. You have a lot of our people in IDP camps. What kind of animals do we have in Nigeria? It doesn't even, it's no big deal. These are caused by rampaging herdsmen. I mean, their activities even worse than what Boko Haram is doing. So, on the economy, look at the economy we have. You can't make it up. A bag of rice is like 40,000 naira, more money than people make in a month or whatever, even the minimum wage. The corruption, oh come on, it's crazy. Many Nigerians don't know. Think about somebody like Buhari. If he's doing corruption, he wants it all. He wants to print new currency like our oil. He wants it all. He's been Minister of Petroleum now, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. All right. What kind of Nigerians, what kind of people are you? Think. What kind of people are we? This guy is coming there, taking our money, all that 30 trillion that he's borrowed, or 50 trillion, whatever. It's in Niger. He's taking train stations to Niger just because you hate other tribes. You don't want the Southeasterners to get trained. Fine. You get all the trains, the railroads. Don't build any in the Southeast, but don't let them take it over to Niger. You hate somebody more than you love yourself. They're going to create another currency or print money because hopefully they're leaving, because they may not be leaving. I've noticed something about their people. Let me not use a word that is prejudicial here. You're gonna have to fight them a war to dislodge them from their evil, because we saw it with Saddam Hussein in 2001. He was disobeying court orders. He was disobeying the United Nations. It took the grit of George Bush to put him in pursuit. People, the Shias of Iraq had to go dig him out of the ground and try him and hang him. He was never going to leave. He was lobbing missiles at Israel. They're a minority, but they were ruling Iraq with iron fist. So it's the same thing in Nigeria. They're not going anywhere until we deal with them, and we can. Okay, if they don't want to do it democratically this February, fine. Only thing I'm urging every Nigerian, if you're a true red-blooded Nigerian, hold your peace in February. If they don't want to leave, we're going to remove them by war. That's the way other countries have done it. We're a secular country. But if you're going to come in there with your religious tenets, thinking you are superior to other people, it's high time that we get down. So that's the only thing I'm begging everybody. Let's be democratic. Let's be peaceful. But unambiguous message should be sent to Erufai and every brain behind this administration. If you try to thwart the people's mandates, we're going to defeat you in a war. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pansa. Thank you to each and every one of you, and to those that intend to support us before the end of the broadcast. Thank you in anticipation. Please, ladies and gentlemen, take our time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Please take our time to support us. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. NCBD, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine, Mrs. Ima. Thank you. Oh, I should just say something.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Well, I think like always, it has been a very impactful session, and I think I will just end by saying that It's not a matter of if Peter Obi wins now. I think we should just be praying that it's not too late, because if some people that want to see the good of the country have been shouting all these years, and this time it's not even anybody in his right mind. As much as they are saying people have their freedom to choose and all that, but anybody in his right mind, this is not the time to start asking that who. You already know who. The only thing you should be praying is let it not be too late, because it seems like there are some people. I won't say everybody in the every leader in the north, but I'm sure that there are a significant amount of or significant number of so-called leaders from the especially the north and some other parts of the country that would want to see the whole thing crumble instead of good leadership. So it's just quite unfortunate, but we have to be optimistic. We have to still be positive and look at the possibilities, and not the impossibilities. So, but it's not a tribal thing. I think that's what we have to get to our scores, everybody. And if you are still doing tribe, you are like in the Stone Age. In fact, you are. Let me not just say some things, but obviously we know what is at stake. Please let us all go get our PVCs. The ones that have not collected their PVC, go and collect it. That day, everybody should come out. Let it be so obvious that even rigging, they will not even have the courage to rig, because they will see how obvious it is that Peter Obi will win. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. If you check on the comment section, you'll see the link for the broadcast has been posted. Take our time to click on the link and join this broadcast. Thank you very much, Dr. Gomez. Thank you very much. How are you, Dr. Gomez? It's good to have you on the broadcast. It's good to have the donation, and it's even better with the write up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Vi Maxwell to Niger, and okay, let's. Okay, let there be peace. Thank you to each and every one of you that has been with me on this broadcast. I say a big thank you. Do well to join us on all broadcasts. Do well to join us right about now on the other broadcast. You need to be part of that already. I'm sorry, not right now. Please dial in just follow the link and you have another this is not the one to dial into. But thank you to each and every one of you. I am trying to run off already, but do also have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.